This is Choral Notes with DCC. I'm Eric Taylor, Artistic Director for the Detroit Children's Choir, and today we're going to talk about tips on dealing with a swallowed sound. When I first learned how to sing, I gave a concert, and it felt good in my voice. It sounded good in my inner ear, but when I played it back, I sounded like the Cowardly Lion. If I could be king of the forest. In other words, not a very pleasant sound. So what's going on? A swallowed sound is something that I would describe as being able to physically manipulate your mouth to be able to go far back versus going forward. A lot of new singers will try to manipulate the sound by, pulling it back, like, oh, if we sing darker, that means I can pull back, I don't have to go forward. Not necessarily the case. We can create such a beautiful, darker tone by still going forward and creating that beautiful sound that's not restricting what's happening down here. So what are the three things that I think that cause a swallowed sound? First, lack of breath support. So I encourage you to watch both part 1 and part 2 of Choral Notes with DCC, Body Awareness and Breathing, to give you many, many, many different tips on how to deal with breath support and body awareness. The second thing that I think happens when we're dealing with a swallowed sound is a lack of awareness of what's going on in our resonators. Be my echo with me. You should have felt something happening up here within our sinus cavity. There's all this hollow space. You should feel the vibrations that are happening inside. That's the kind of forward sound that we want to have. Here's an exercise that explores that even more. Transition to ooh. Ooh is a natural forward vowel right in front of the lips, teeth, and tongue. And hum all the way down. The third thing that happens when we're dealing with a swallowed sound is tongue tension. Our tongue likes to think that it can be a really helpful partner when we sing. And sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't, because I can pull my tongue back and sound very different versus pushing it forward, and then something very different happens. Here's an exercise that helps you find out if you have tongue tension when you sing. Let's sing a little bit of the high part of Amazing Grace. It goes like this. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. This time, sing that whole passage, but your tongue is going to do this. If it's gonna hang low past the lips, just like this. So it's gonna sound silly, but go with me on this one, alright? You should already hear that the sound's a little bit louder, and that maybe you're trying to kind of pull back like you want to, especially in that higher part, but just let it happen. Push the tongue forward. This time, the same exercise, but the tongue right behind the teeth. Can you keep that same sound, that same feel throughout? Try natural words. I once was lost, but now am found. You should already notice we haven't even talked about volume, but you sound a little bit louder and, quite frankly, a lot freer than singing with a swallowed sound.
Thank you. This has been Quarter Notes with DCC. If you enjoyed this video, like our Facebook page, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or visit our website at DetroitChildren'sChoir.org. If you feel so inclined, these lessons are free, and we appreciate any and all donations to our program. Have a great day.